My husband wouldn't let me give birth because it was his stepson's birthday. Chapter 1. 8 months pregnant, my water broke on my husband's stepson's birthday. To ensure my baby wouldn't share a birthday with his precious boy, Ethan locked me in the basement, refusing to take me to the hospital until after midnight. He looked down at me, eyes cold as winter. Olivia, your timing is impeccable. Choosing Tyler's birthday to go into labor. I lay on the damp concrete floor, amniotic fluid soaking through my dress, begging him to take me to the hospital. I could feel the baby desperately trying to come, and any delay could be dangerous. Disappointment flickered across Ethan's face, his voice arctic. Stop lying. I asked the doctor, even with your water broken, labor can take days. Some women deliver 3 days later. Trying to secure your position as Mrs. Hartwell by having your baby compete with Tyler for attention on his birthday? How calculating. I gasped for air, desperate. This is your baby too. Ethan, please. For our child's sake, save her. Just get the baby here safely, and I promise I'll disappear from your life forever. His face darkened. He grabbed my chin roughly. Don't play your games with me. Stay here until after midnight, and I'll take you to the hospital. Once you deliver, you'll truly be part of the Hartwell family. He stood to leave. My pale hand clutched his pants leg, looking up with a ghostly face. Hospital. Please. Ethan laughed coldly, kicking my hand away. He turned and locked the door without hesitation. His icy voice carried through. Martha, watch her. No one lets her out without my permission. Later, when my contractions made me scream, Ethan found it too noisy. He took Tyler and his mother to a spa resort to celebrate the birthday. When he finally remembered to ask if I'd had a boy or a girl, his secretary's face went white, stammering. Mrs. Hartwell, she's gone. Chapter 2. Ethan's kick sent me sprawling across the floor. Instinctively, I protected my belly, but warmth immediately flowed down my legs. Looking down, my white dress was slowly blooming red. I struggled forward, inch by inch, leaving a crimson trail across the concrete. With the last of my strength, I crawled to the door and pounded weakly. Martha. Martha, I'm bleeding. Please let me out. It hurts so much. I think the baby's coming. Martha pressed her ear against the door, listening. She rolled her eyes, mocking. Stop the theatrics, Mrs. Hartwell. Mr. Hartwell gave clear instructions. If I let you out, my pay gets docked. You can't take it out on a simple employee like me. Enough screaming. This is all your fault. We can't even have Tyler's birthday party at home because of you. Tyler will want my homemade birthday dinner when he gets back. I don't have time to waste here. I clutched my clothes as the contractions intensified. Hearing her about to leave, panic seized me. Martha. Don't go. The baby's really coming. I know you can't make decisions, just call Ethan. I'm bleeding heavily. If we don't get to the hospital, we might lose the baby. Even if you hate me, you can't risk the baby's life. What will you tell Mrs. Hartwell Sr. if something happens? Don't forget you're here to take care of me. Martha finally stopped at my threat. After a moment, her impatient voice came through. I'll call Mr. Hartwell now. If he says no, that's not my fault when the old lady asks. I nodded frantically, pressing against the door as Martha made the call. Sir, Mrs. Hartwell says she's bleeding and the baby's coming. Should I take her to the hospital? Ethan had just ordered at the restaurant. Answering Martha's call, he snapped irritably. Martha, do you want to lose your job? I told you to watch her, not plead her case. Martha's face darkened at the scolding. She glared at the basement door. Suddenly, she saw blood seeping under the door. Her face went white as she shrieked, blood, blood. Sir. I think she's telling the truth. She's bleeding. There's so much blood coming under the door. Ethan's hand holding the phone froze. After a silence, he hesitated. Wait, I'll. Through my haze, I heard Tyler's young voice interrupt whatever Ethan was about to say, crushing my last hope. Daddy, I want ice cream. Ethan turned back. Sophia held their son, looking at him tenderly. Ethan, is it Olivia? It's Tyler's birthday. Is she upset you're celebrating with him? Making excuses to get you back, like when she didn't want you at his parent-teacher conference? It's my fault. If I hadn't insisted on keeping this baby, Tyler wouldn't be mocked as a bastard at school. Ethan looked at Sophia's tearful face, his heart aching. Tyler ran into Ethan's arms, looking up sweetly. Daddy, finish my birthday with me? This is my first birthday with a daddy. Before, only Mommy was there. They all laughed that I had no father. Ethan bent to embrace Tyler, looking at Sophia with sympathy. I promise to spend your birthday with you, and I will. Nothing today is more important than Tyler's birthday. Sophia smiled through her tears. Thank you, Ethan. Outside, Martha stood frozen, not daring to speak again. Listening to Ethan's voice through the phone, my last strength finally gave out. I slumped against the door. Before losing consciousness, I heard Ethan's final words to Martha. Martha, I can't come back. I'll call Dr. Harrison to check on her at home. She loves to lie. When the doctor arrives, follow his instructions. Don't you dare let her out without my permission. Keep her there. I love to lie. As darkness took me, tears traced down my closed eyes. So. This is what Ethan thought of me. He had no trust in me whatsoever. At Tyler's parent-teacher conference, I had called him while he was driving to school, but only because the baby kicked for the first time. I wanted to share that moment with him immediately. Hidden by Ethan's secrecy, I didn't know about the conference. His excitement listening to my belly was still vivid, but in his heart, he'd already decided I was lying, competing with a child for attention. Chapter 3. Mrs. Hartwell. Mrs. Hartwell. Wake up. Rough hands shook me. My mind felt like scrambled eggs, muddled and confused. I struggled to open my eyes. Martha's silhouette appeared. Seeing me conscious, she exhaled in relief, patting her chest. Thank God you're not dead. Then complained, you scared me to death. I looked down at my stomach. A sea of red met my eyes. Martha followed my gaze, covering her nose in disgust. Mrs. Hartwell, you knocked over the paint can the workers left by the door. The smell is awful. Good thing you don't clean this house. You have no respect for this home. I looked hazily at the corner. An overturned red paint can lay on the floor, probably knocked over by my hand. The basement was pitch black. Martha blocked the doorway light. She had an epiphany. Mr. Hartwell was right. You spilled paint deliberately so I'd think you were hurt and call him back. Good thing he didn't fall for it. Otherwise Tyler's family birthday dinner would be ruined. I glared at her. Pain prevented many words. Martha, startled by my look, hurried away to get a mop, forgetting to lock the basement door. The stairs leading outside were long and winding, but I had no time to think. Without help, I'd die here. Taking several deep breaths, I cradled my belly and struggled to stand against the wall, inching toward freedom. I'd never found these stairs so endless. Combined with continuous contractions. Each step felt like knives twisting in my belly. Ethan had taken my phone. I could only get outside and find help. Reaching the main road, my strength was gone. I collapsed. Evening joggers quickly surrounded me. Someone screamed, immediately calling 911. Ethan's business partner recognized me, shocked. Mrs. Hartwell. Why are you out here like this? Were you robbed? I'll call Ethan immediately. Mr. Chen. Ethan answered, confused. Mr. Chen immediately said, Ethan. Someone broke into your house. Your wife's lying at the entrance covered in blood. We've called an ambulance. Get to General Hospital now. Ethan heard the commotion, frowning as he instinctively stood. A delicate hand gripped his wrist, holding up her phone. Ethan, look what Martha says. Ethan saw the text thread. His pupils contracted, face darkening. Mr. Chen, you're mistaken. No one broke in. My wife threw paint on herself in a tantrum. Please cancel the ambulance. I've called our family doctor. Mr. Chen stared at me incredulously. You're sure this is paint? Ethan said firmly, I'm certain. Please give the phone to my wife. I need to speak with her. Mr. Chen crouched, holding the phone to my ear, looking at me with pity. Ethan's voice came through. Olivia, I've seen enough of your performances. Whether you're really in labor today or not, you hold it in. Since you don't care about the baby's safety, taking drugs to induce early labor, then he'll never deserve to share Tyler's birthday. His status will always be beneath Tyler's. Do you understand now? Go home immediately. Stop embarrassing yourself in public. His words carved into my heart like blades. Not only was I less than Sophia, but my child was less than hers. Tears mixed with blood traced down my face, hitting the ground. Taking drugs? I rasped, Ethan, with all your misconceptions about me, our years together are a joke. Ethan paced irritably, gripping the phone tighter. Before he could retort, a faint voice drifted over. Ethan, let's never see each other again. Chapter 4. Kind Mr. Chen ignored Ethan's instructions. Instead of canceling, he got me to the hospital. Cold medicine pushed into my veins. The pain lessened, but sorrow flooded in. I could feel my baby's life draining from my body. I was losing her. My baby. When I first found out, I was shocked and thrilled. She'd been with me 8 months, teaching me to be a mother, sharing my blood, kicking when I was sad. She never got to see the world. So close to living. Just so close. Warm hands wiped my tears with gauze. The doctor asked urgently above me. Has anyone reached the patient's husband? She needs immediate surgery. A nurse replied, Dr. Mitchell, we reached him but he hung up. Now his phone's off. What? About consent forms? Who can sign? We can't operate without signatures. As everyone panicked, the attending physician sighed. I remember Dr. Hayes has a surgery finishing. Check if he's done. If so, get him here immediately. In my haze, cold instruments moved inside me. I heard a baby's cry and desperately opened my eyes. Baby. A warm hand pressed my wrist, holding me down. Don't move. You'll dislodge the 4. I turned back, tears flooding as I stared in disbelief, whispering, Adrian. My brother looked exhausted, eyes bloodshot. Seeing my pale face, he turned away, choking, Liam's on his way. I cried like a child, Adrian, I was wrong. He finally turned back, pulling me into his arms, patting my head. It's okay, Liv. It's okay. Your brothers are here. Late that night, Ethan woke suddenly to a baby's cry. He opened his eyes, instinctively checking beside him. Tyler slept peacefully, not crying. After tucking Tyler in, inexplicable panic kept him awake. Lighting a cigarette, he checked his phone. No messages. Remembering the missed calls earlier, panic blazed through him. Olivia's face flashed in his mind. He dialed Dr. Harrison. Dr. Harrison, how's my wife? Your wife? Mr. Hartwell, wasn't she taken to the hospital in labor? When I arrived, the ambulance was leaving. I thought you'd called 911. Ethan. Stood, excited, she delivered. No wonder I heard crying in my dream. The baby must have just been born, connecting with me spiritually. Dr. Harrison hesitated at Ethan's joy, remembering the scene differently. After deliberation, Mr. Hartwell, I suggest you visit your wife at General Hospital immediately. Ethan nodded eagerly. As he grabbed his keys, Sophia stood at the door with Tyler. The boy rubbed his eyes, reaching for Ethan. Daddy, hold me. Can't sleep without Daddy. Sophia approached in a sheer white nightgown, gripping Ethan's arm. Ethan, I heard. Did Olivia deliver? It's so late. Driving there is dangerous. Besides, she's probably sleeping. Birth is exhausting. Don't disturb her rest. A few hours won't matter. Ethan considered, lifting Tyler. You're right. No rush. I'll go in the morning. The baby won't disappear. Have Daniel bring some things to check on Olivia. Chapter 5. Next day, Ethan bought tulips and called Daniel to ask if I'd had a boy or girl. Daniel was sweating bullets. He'd searched the entire hospital without finding my room. Finishing discharge paperwork, I was about to get in the car when I heard shouting behind me. Mrs. Hartwell. I turned. Daniel ran over breathlessly, pointing at his phone. Mrs. Hartwell, Mr. Hartwell's. Almost here. Where are you going? I looked at his phone, lowering my lashes. Clutching the urn tighter, I said nothing and got in the car. Daniel stood frozen, watching the black sedan disappear. He told Ethan, Sir, Mrs. Hartwell, she left. You mean Olivia took my child and got in someone else's car? Without leaving me a word? Ethan couldn't believe what Daniel was saying. Daniel hung his head, sweat dripping into his eyes. He carefully answered, yes. A man blocked me. Mrs. Hartwell said nothing, just got in holding a box. Ethan's face darkened. He threw the tulips down. Check surveillance. Find the license plate. Find her. Within 24 hours. Back home, I stared at the urn on the couch, unable to speak for ages. Unable to stop my thoughts, I asked Liam beside me, do you think the baby was scared going alone? Does she blame me for not protecting her? Liam froze, pulling me close, carefully watching my expression. Liv, let's bury the baby with Mom and Dad. They loved children so much. With grandparents there, she won't be lonely or scared. Facing death again, that grief overwhelmed me. I covered my face, tears soaking my hands. Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. Liam nodded. His phone suddenly rang. Adrian calling. Liam, Ethan used connections to track your location. He's driving there now. Liam's eyes turned cold. Perfect. I was planning to find him. Let me think how to welcome this bastard. Overhearing, I remembered Liam's position made meeting Ethan complicated. I stopped his eager preparation. Don't see him. He's here for me. I'll go. Liam disagreed. Liv, you're not well yet. I firmly held him back, pleading, I was foolish before, ignoring your warnings. I must take responsibility for my choices. I can't keep burdening you. Please, let me go. Liam reluctantly agreed, ruffling my hair. Liv, after tomorrow's funeral, I'm taking you abroad. I'll always be your safety net. I nodded in agreement. Outside, rain poured. Ethan had driven through it. I stood at the door, not letting him in. He held an umbrella and a huge bouquet of tulips, barely containing his excitement, trying to peer behind me. Olivia, where's the baby? He offered the tulips. Your favorites. I pre-ordered them for when you delivered. I threw the tulips into the rain. Under the water and mud, the beautiful bouquet scattered, broken. Ethan glanced at the flowers, shock crossing his face. I watched it all calmly. When he looked back, I smiled mockingly. First thing. Weren't you with Sophia first? Didn't. You forced me not to ruin Tyler's birthday, not to deliver. Mr. Hartwell, are you forgetful or senile? Did you forget? Ethan frowned, suppressing anger. Why are you being so aggressive after giving birth? Where's the baby? I came specifically to take you both home. I blocked his attempt to enter, screaming, too late. Ethan, you're too late. You'll never see the baby again. Ethan stood stunned. This was my first time raising my voice to him. Are you insane? Just because I'm a little late, you won't let me see my child? Olivia, did you forget this is a Hartwell baby? I laughed coldly, wiping my tears. You want to see the baby? Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, Greenwood Cemetery. Your last chance to see your child. I turned away. Ethan tried to stop me for answers, but 7 or 8 bodyguards surrounded him, keeping him in place. Watching him get shoved into his car in the rain, Liam still wasn't satisfied. Liv, you're letting him off easy. Letting him see the baby one last time. I looked sadly at the dark night, fists clenched. He's the father. He should know the truth. Letting him off. He should repent forever. When he wakes at midnight remembering his child's death. Sleepless, spending his remaining life in regret. How could I let him off? Chapter 6. Greenwood Cemetery. Dark clouds gathered overhead, rain intensifying without reprieve. I wore black, waiting for Ethan at the cemetery entrance. Before 9, Ethan arrived early. Seeing me, he rushed over, trying to take my umbrella, complaining, the rain's so heavy. You just gave birth and aren't even out of the month yet. Standing in the rain, aren't you afraid of getting sick? Still can't take care of yourself. Is the baby up there? Why bring him to a cemetery? I didn't answer, turning silently toward the hill. Ethan followed, confused. Heavy unease gripped his heart like today's weather. He'd felt oppressed since morning. Suddenly, he grabbed my arm. Olivia? Why are you wearing black? With white flowers? His face paled, lips trembling. Who died? I stared at him, lips moving to speak when a ringtone shattered the tense atmosphere. Ethan, Tyler has a fever. Can you come back and take him to the hospital? Irritation flashed in Ethan's eyes. He roared at Sophia, didn't I tell you I'm bringing my wife and child home today? Tyler's sick, can't you take him to the hospital? Am I a doctor? Sophia flinched, then spoke tearfully, I'm sorry, Ethan. I'm just used to you protecting us. I called without thinking. Don't be angry. I won't bother you anymore. It's my fault Tyler grew up without a father. Since you became his dad, he's dependent on you. I'll help him change. Ethan took a deep breath, moderating his tone, I'm not angry. Call Daniel to take Tyler to the hospital. I'm meeting my child today. No time to come over. He hung up. Seeing me watching, Ethan pulled me into his arms, his hot breath on my ear, coaxing gently, Olivia, let's take the baby home and live properly, okay? Don't run off with strangers anymore. I was frantic when I couldn't find you. I lowered my lashes, hiding emotion, pulling from his embrace coldly, let's go. Don't delay. Baby's waiting. Ethan held my wrist, dissatisfied, Olivia, I'm swallowing my pride to make peace. Why are you still so cold? Do you really need me to remove Tyler from the family register and throw Sophia out to starve before you're satisfied? The Hartwell family needs a gracious matriarch. Weren't you always generous and gentle? His words caused no ripple in my heart. I turned calmly to continue upward. You asked who died? Hurry. Any later and the baby will be buried. You'll never see her again. Ethan swayed, his umbrella falling. His mind went blank. What did Olivia just say? Who died? Who died? All strength drained instantly. Ethan stood frozen before recovering, seeing the distant figure ahead, chasing after. Olivia? What you said, it's fake, right? You're lying again. Right? Say something. Watching Ethan's hysteria, I slapped him hard, screaming, Ethan. Look in there. Who is it? It's the child you abandoned 2 nights ago. You wouldn't let her be born. She fought to come out of me, struggling to live. But you not only refused the hospital, you locked me in the basement. Ethan looked left. In the small coffin lay a blood-covered baby. His legs gave out, collapsing to his knees. The massive blow destroyed his spirit. Grief overwhelmed him, emotions crumbling. You're lying. You must be lying, lying to me. Ethan tried to stand but could only crawl forward on his knees. As he nearly touched the child, I yanked his hand away. I glared at him, eyes blazing with hatred. Ethan. You don't deserve to touch her. Did you see how beautiful she was, how much like us? You killed her. How dare you touch her? You don't deserve to be her father. Despair filled Ethan's face. Finally, at this moment, he completely broke down. Regret and pain intertwined, tears filling his eyes. Bodyguards began filling the grave at my signal. Ethan struggled to stop them but was restrained. I looked down at the pathetic Ethan, swallowing bitterness, speaking coldly, Ethan, I've shown you the child. From now on, let's never meet again. I've paid my price for this relationship. It's painful enough. Chapter 7. You I don't love anymore. I don't want you. Ethan's eyes widened, his throat working hard, trying to speak. But each breath brought more tears. His voice was hoarse, Olivia, don't go. I prepared to leave but stopped beside him. The baby's birthday isn't the same as Tyler's. Are you satisfied? Then I hope you never sleep again. Forever remembering this child. Olivia. Don't go. Behind me came Ethan's anguished cries. Liam emerged from the side, moving his umbrella over me, pulling me into his protection. Looking down at me, he explained the arrangements, the bodyguards will handle everything here. They won't release him until the headstone is set. For Mom and Dad, the cemetery is ready. Baby's ashes are safe in the car. We'll do the burial now. Afternoon flight. We leave this place. I nodded without looking back, walking away. Ethan didn't even qualify as a father. How could he deserve to see the child? He never deserved it. Mom and Dad's cemetery wasn't here. The coffin held only a realistic doll. As I flew from this city, Ethan drove at top speed back to the mansion. Martha. Martha. The mansion was empty. Blood stained the entrance. Ethan's head spun. He leaned against the doorframe to keep from fainting. He followed the blood trail inside, stopping at the basement door. The memory of locking Olivia inside flooded back. Ethan hesitated before finally pushing open the basement door with trembling hands. Click. Lights on. The strong smell of blood hit him. The room was chaos, a red trail dragged across the floor. Ethan stepped back in shock, imagining Olivia dragging herself from the wall to the door. He walked in shakily, picking up the paint can. Dry. Ethan's voice cracked in an anguished wail. He'd misunderstood Olivia. That night she really was bleeding, not paint. The paint was obviously long used up and dry, only a thin residue inside. The basement reeked only of blood. Imagine Olivia's agony that night, while he repeatedly refused her pleas for help, even pushing their child toward death. Remembering the medicine bottle in the room, Ethan called Dr. Harrison as if to prove something. What's in these pills? Are they to induce early labor? Dr. Harrison looked at Ethan hesitantly. Mr. Hartwell, these are prenatal vitamins for pregnant women. Ethan's straight back finally collapsed. He clutched his hair in breakdown. What had he done? He'd killed his own child. Dr. Harrison, seeing his madness, fled the mansion in fear. Ethan found Martha, tied her in the basement, demanding when she saw Olivia secretly buying labor-inducing drugs when she switched them. Martha, terrified, confessed everything was Sophia's instruction. Sophia told her to say it. She'd actually seen nothing. Ethan's eyes went red with rage. He arranged to meet Sophia at the mansion. Sophia, not understanding, assumed with Olivia gone she'd become the mansion's mistress. She happily accepted, not knowing endless torture awaited. Adrian, what is it? I was rushing through campus. After going abroad, I'd studied my beloved design. Liv, Ethan's a fugitive. I stopped, shocked into stillness by this news. Liv, I'm sorry. Seeing you happy lately, I hid news from home. I shook my head. I don't blame you. I know you meant well. Adrian continued. Before, Ethan used connections to find your hospital records. To make him understand what he'd done, I didn't stop him. He got all your medical files and surveillance footage. After watching, he caused a scene at the hospital then disappeared. Sophia disappeared too. A month ago, Ethan's neighbor reported hearing woman's screams at night. Police arrived to find Sophia's body. After hearing everything, the world seemed to stop around me. Only wind through my hair. I asked softly, was it Ethan? Adrian confirmed, adding nervously, Liam's bodyguards in the country say the fake grave we made was dug up. Probably Ethan visiting the child while fleeing. He knows the truth. Liv, I'm worried he escaped abroad before police could catch him. I've told Liam. Stay home for now. I'm afraid he'll find you. Chapter 8. After hanging up, I stared at the gathering storm clouds, not understanding how things reached this point. Following Adrian's advice, I called a cab home. But after the car started, I realized I'd spoken English out of distraction, yet the driver understood. I slowly looked up at the driver's seat. Ethan wore a mask, meeting my eyes in the rearview mirror. He smiled, speaking gently, Olivia, we finally meet again. Ethan drove me to the suburbs before removing his mask. I gripped the door handle warily. When he wasn't looking, I immediately opened the door and ran. He chased after instantly, tackling me to the ground. I struggled, screaming, Ethan. What do you want? Ethan just stared at me quietly, voice hoarse, Olivia, I just wanted to see you again. Tears of fear flowed, my voice trembling, Ethan, didn't I say we shouldn't meet again? Are you here to kill me too? Hearing this, hurt crossed Ethan's face. He pulled me tightly into his arms. Olivia, how could I kill you? I love you too much to let you suffer any harm. I pushed him away forcefully, roaring, then why are you here? Don't you know you're a wanted fugitive? Ethan nodded, then looked at me with obsessed eyes. Olivia, didn't you hate Sophia? She's dead now. I removed Tyler from the family register and sent him to an orphanage. No one can block our love anymore. I came here specifically for you. Everything I did was for you, to avenge our baby. Without Sophia, I wouldn't have misunderstood you. The baby wouldn't have died. We'd be a happy family. Listening to him, I spread through my body. I stepped back slowly. Ethan grabbed my arm, continuing, don't worry. I liquidated all company assets, changed my identity. In this foreign country, no one knows us. We can return to our old life. Nausea and disgust rose in my throat. I suppressed my fear. We can't go back, Ethan. From when you secretly brought Sophia to the Hartwell home and made Tyler your stepson, our relationship had problems. You only blamed Sophia. What about your own responsibility? You didn't trust me, locked me in the basement. Why would you think I'd want to go back? Hearing my words, Ethan's eyes reddened. He knelt, begging, Olivia, please. Forgive me this once. I know I was wrong. I'll be good to you. I'll spend my life making amends. Since you left, I can't sleep. I'm drowning in an abyss, my mind full of you and the baby's suffering. I can't forget you. I love you, Olivia. I shook my head, backing away. But I don't love you anymore. I can't forgive you. Ethan looked at me desperately, standing to approach. Suddenly, a shot rang out. Ethan immediately shielded me. A bullet pierced his shoulder. I turned back. Liam had arrived with backup. Ethan ignored his wound, looking down at me urgently. Olivia, are you hurt? Before I could answer, Liam's voice came from behind. My sister is obviously fine. If you hadn't moved suddenly, that bullet would have gone through your head. Ethan, let my sister go. Ethan looked at me, then at Liam. Before he could speak, another bullet shattered his knee. He collapsed. Liam pulled me behind him protectively, pressing a gun to Ethan's head. My sister told you never to meet again. You didn't listen at all. Heaven offered a path you wouldn't take. Hell has no door yet you insisted on entering. Coming. Abroad perfect for settling my sister's account. Take him away. Two men dragged Ethan up, stuffing him in a car. As they left, he struggled to speak to me but was gagged. I watched the departing car, my eyes slowly dimming. Liam said beside me, I'll return him to the authorities domestically, but only after I've dealt with him. Liv, he brought this on himself. Don't be sad. You won't need to worry about him when you return home. I nodded, taking Liam's arm. I know. He's guilty. Punishment is deserved. The storm clouds suddenly dispersed. Good and evil receive their due. Heaven's justice turns. Full circle. Look up and see heaven spares no one. The end.